Hi, good evening everyone. Today I welcome you all for this web development course session 2 HTML forms. Today in this session we'll be discussing about different controls which is available in the HTML forms. So let's start the session for today. So what do you mean by HTML form? Let's understand this first, and then we'll be moving on to different controls which is available in the HTML form. Okay, HTML form is a structured way to collect the user input on a web page. It's actually a container for different elements like text box, checkbox, radio buttons, submit buttons, etc. Okay, allowing the users to enter the data that's then sent to the server for processing. Okay, for example, you are creating a Gmail ID in Google. When you are creating the Gmail ID, you are asked to enter some details like your username, password, and then your phone number, address, all those things. Okay. So, how do you give these inputs? Actually, you are giving these inputs through some text box. Okay. Some text box, some password you are writing in some text box, and then address and phone number. Okay. These are all nothing but the controls which is available in the HTML form. Okay, so there is a submit button which is available at the last. When you click the submit button, after giving all the details, what happens, all these details will be sent to the server, and on the server side there is a file which will take these inputs and it will process the input, and then it will give you the reply back like the mail ID is created, or in case if the mail ID is already existing, it will give you the reply like the mail ID is already taken by someone, so you can choose some other mail ID. So like this kind of information reply you will get it back. Okay, so that is what that is the purpose of the HTML form controls. Okay, the user will be giving the inputs through the controls like text box, text area, radio buttons, and these inputs will be supplied to the server. Then server will take this information and then it will give you the reply back. Okay, so that is the purpose of the HTML form. Okay, now, what are the controls available in the HTML forms? So there is a text box, then password, text area, submit button, reset button, radio button, checkbox, file. File means you can get a button. If you click the button, it will ask you to upload the file. Okay, choose file, something like that. Then hidden field, select. Select is like a list box. Then number field, date, then color. Okay, so these are all the form controls we are going to look at today. So let's see one by one. The first one is the text box. Okay, text input. The syntax goes like this for creating the text box. So what you need to do is, for every control, this is the general syntax. First you have to write input type. This is very common for all the inputs. Input type equal to text. This is the one you are going to change for each control. For text box you have to write text. For password you have to write password. For submit button you have to write submit. So something like this. You have to change it only this portion. Okay, then name equal to you can give any name whatever you want. The name of the text box I am going to give username, or your name, first name, last name, something like that. You can give any name of the text box, depends upon the purpose for which you are creating the text box. Okay, so that is a single line text box. Okay, so your output will be a single line text box will appear where you can enter some single line of text. Okay, now let's see how to create this text box. Let me go into the I open a notepad here. Okay, so in this notepad I have written basic HTML tags. Okay, and I have closed the HTML here, and within this I have two sections, head section and then body section. Okay, so in the head section, in the previous session I didn't tell you about this head section, so just I want to tell you about this. So I just included here. Okay, so in the head section I have written a title tag. Okay, so whatever you are giving within this title tag, that will appear on the title bar of the web page. Okay, for example, if you have a browser, that will appear on the title bar. Okay, now in the body section I have created a form which will accept which is having only this text box. Okay, the text box name is username. Okay, so just now I gave you the general syntax, right? Input type equal to text, then name equal to username. Same thing whatever I have shown in the PPT I have written here, and this is the normal text that can appear on the HTML page. Okay, just like a paragraph, how do you write? Same thing, a normal text, that is the username. Okay, so if you want you can give, or otherwise you can give some other information also. Okay, then I told you all the controls whatever you are going to create, that should be available within this form tag. Okay, so see here, this is form opening and this is form closing. So inside this I have to write all the controls. Okay, now there are two arguments mentioned here. Form action equal to some file is mentioned here, PHP file, and method equal to something is mentioned, get. Okay, action equal to some PHP file is mentioned, right? So what happens actually when you click the submit button? I will create the submit button later here. Okay, at the end of this form I have to create the submit button. When you click the submit button, all the details which is available inside this form control will go to the server. On the server there is a file called actionpage.php. Okay, so this file will read all the information which is supplied in this controls, like text box, radio button. It will take all the information from these controls and then it will process the information, and then it will send you the reply to the user. Okay, so that is the purpose of this file. At present we don't have any server, we have not written any file on the server, so you will not get any output from the server. At present what you are going to do, we are going to see just how to create the controls alone. Okay, then we will see how to send it to the server. Okay, so this is the general format of writing the form tag. Okay, form action equal to, and there are two ways of sending the data. One is get method, the another one is post method. Okay, we will see about this in detail when you are writing the server programs. Okay, now at present you know there are two attributes, action and then method. Okay, okay, now let's look at this output. In the title bar I should get this output, and then in the body section I should get this output, username colon, then I should get one text box. Okay, let's run this program and we'll check the output. Okay, so I have this file in the desktop. Okay, the file name is called HTML form. So I am just opening this file. See here, the title tag HTML forms demo. Okay, whatever I have given in the title tag, that appears here. Then I have created one text box. This text box name is username. Okay, so this is the text whatever I have given in the HTML file, that appears same as it is. Okay, okay, so that is about the first control, text box. Okay, the second control is the password. Okay, so password also looks like a simple text box, but whatever you are typing in the text box, that will not be shown. Okay, everyone knows that if you are typing the password in the text box, that will be shown as asterisk or dot dot dot. Okay, it will not be visible. Okay, so same thing happens here. So the syntax for creating the password is input type equal to password. So previously I have given text, now I have given password. Name equal to password. If you want you can give some other name also. Okay, now let's see how to create this password box. Okay, so this is my second control. So I am giving break for after each control, then only it will come in the next line. So that is the purpose of giving the break tag. Okay, After giving username and then text box, I am giving the break. If I remove the break, what will happen? It will appear on the same line. Okay. Now let's run this now. See here, username and password appears on the same line. So that's why I am giving the break here. So after this tag, give me a break. Okay. So like that, after each tag, you give a break. Okay. So see here, the second control I have created is password. So when I type something on the username, it is visible. But when I type something on the password, it will not be visible. Okay. Everyone knows password will not be visible. Okay. Hidden. Okay. Now let's go for the third tag. That is a text area. Okay. Text area will be mainly used for uh, when the user want to enter a multiple line of text. Okay. Maybe address maybe 3 to 4 lines, and here what purpose we are going to create is comments. For example, if you are going to give some review about the product or comments about the course, something like that, then we can give a text area. Okay. Text area is just like a text box, but you can type multiple lines, 4 to 5 lines, 10 lines, something like that. Okay. So here here there is a difference. Here you don't have anything called input. Only for this control it changes. This control and one more control. For other controls the syntax is same. Okay. Text area name equal to give the name of the text area and then just close the text area. That's it. Okay. So let's see how to do this. Okay, I am creating the third tag, comments, and then text area name equal to comments. Okay, let's run this. Okay, so this is my third control. I am getting a comments box here. Here I am able to type multiple lines of text. Any lines, any number of lines we can type it. Okay, so that is my third control. Next we are moving to the submit button. Okay, now after giving all these informations, okay, I have to submit the data to the server. Okay, for that I need some submit button. Okay, so for that what you have to do is you just give input type equal to submit. This is the as usual format. Okay, then value equal to submit. So when now with this input, a submit button will appear. When I click the submit button, the data will be sent to the server. Okay, now let me include this tag. Sorry, the submit button is, I have kept it at the last. So so this is my submit button. Let me run this program now. Okay, so there is a submit button created. When I click this button, see it is expecting action page.php. Okay, so all these information whatever you are entering, when I click this, all this information will be sent to the server and the server will give the reply back. But here we have not configured any server. At present it will not work. Okay, now at this moment you just know how to create the controls alone. Okay, okay, my next control is reset button. Okay, so in the reset button I just give input type equal to reset. Okay, instead of submit I will give reset. So what this button does is, after you are giving some information in all the controls, text box, text area, whatever it is, I want to clear all the fields. I want to remove all the information which is available in all the fields. Then I can press on the reset button. So all the information will go off. Okay, so let's see how to create this. So this is my reset button. So I'll create a reset button before the submit button. Okay. Okay. So now you got a reset button. Now see here, I am typing some data. When I click reset, all the data will go off. Okay. So I am just resetting all the controls. So that is the purpose of reset button. The next control we have is radio button. Okay. So in the radio button, you need to mention input type equal to radio, name equal to whatever the name you want, you can give, gender. Okay. Value equal to male, and there is some text that is displayed near the radio button, that is male. So that's what this male is actually. This male will get displayed near the radio button, and this is the value of the radio button. Okay. Now actually we will use radio button for for mentioning the gender. Okay. Gender will be like male or female, something like this. Okay. So you can select any one option from the group of radio buttons. Okay. That is the purpose of the radio buttons. Okay. Now let's see how to do this. So I am going to create a radio button now. I am going to create two radio buttons because you need it for male and female, right? So I have written two radio buttons now. So input type equal to radio, name equal to gender, value equal to male, and this male will appear near the radio button. And again one more radio button, name equal to gender, value equal to female, and this female will appear near the next radio button. Okay. Now for example, usually you will give different names, no, for different controls. Here previously we have name, username, and here password, and here comments, different name. So something like this, can I give gender 1 and gender 2? So if I give it like this, let's see what happens. If we give different names for the radio buttons, for each radio button, let's see what happens. So this is gender. I have two radio buttons, male and female. Okay, see, both are selected. Okay, so this is the wrong. You should not get it like this. Okay, so for that, what you need to do is you need to group the radio button. So how do you group? Through this name. So when I give the same name, gender, what happens? These two radio buttons will come under a single group. Okay, male and female. Okay. Now when I run this program, when I give the same name, now I am running this program. So see here, after clicking male and then I am clicking female now, see, it goes off automatically. Okay. So that is the way you need to group the radio buttons. Okay, any one you have to select out of this two radio buttons. Okay, so that is the purpose of creating the radio buttons. The next we have is checkbox. Okay, so checkbox, it is not like radio box, radio button. So here in checkbox you can have a number of items you can select. For example, hobby. You are going to select the hobbies of a particular person. Okay, then what will happen, a particular person may have a number of hobbies. He may be singing, listening to music, he may be reading books, playing cricket, he may have a different number of hobbies. It's not necessary that he has to have only one hobby. Okay, so in that case I can create multiple checkbox, and then the user may be able to select any number of options. Okay, so the syntax is same. Input type, just give checkbox, then name of the checkbox, then value, then the text that is going to appear near the checkbox. What is the text you want to appear near the checkbox? Okay, so that is what the syntax of the checkbox. Now let's see how to create this. So this is the fifth control we are going to create. hobbies. See here, I have written 4 text boxes. Okay, all are checkbox. Name also I have given same name, and value I have given a reading. It depends upon the data you are giving. See, I have given 4 hobbies: reading, music, listening, playing cricket, traveling. So based on this I can change this value also: music, and then cricket, then travel. It's not necessary that value and this text should be same. Okay, you can, this text is, that's what appeared on the web page, but this value will not appear on the web page. Okay, only this text will appear on the web page. Okay, value will be used by the server on the server side. That we'll see in detail when you are looking at server programming. Okay, now when I run this program, see, I have 4 checkboxes: reading, music, playing cricket, traveling. Okay, all checkbox I can select, or any one I can select. That is not a constraint in checkbox. Okay, so that is the difference between radio button and checkbox. Okay, the next control is drop down box, or you can call it as select box. So here also the syntax differs. Here you don't have anything like input type equal to. I have directly select name equal to country, and then within I have to close this select control, and within this I can have any number of items that is going to be displayed on the list box. Okay, so I'm going to create a list box now. Within the list box, it's a drop down list. Within that list I can add any number of options. Okay, so let's see how to do this. So this is my select box. I'll put it in the notepad. Okay, so I have country. The country is just the text that will appear on the web page, and then I am creating a select box here. Select name equal to country. See here, I have given 3 options: option India, option China, option USA. So I have to open and close this tags option. So all this India, China, USA will appear inside the list box. Okay, then you close this select box. Okay, so let me run this now. See here, a drop down list is created now, and it shows India, China, USA. Okay, you can select any options here. Okay, so that is about drop down list. Okay, the next control we have is file upload. Okay, in web pages you might have seen some of the controls, like for example, if you are applying for some job site. Okay, there is a button. If you click on that button, it will ask you to upload your resume. Okay, something like that. You can upload some files. Okay, so this is the control which will do that. Okay, so here the syntax remains same: input type equal to file. Just give file and give some name for the control. Okay, for example, if you are going to upload a resume through that control, then you can give it as resume. Okay, so let's see how to do this. So I am creating a file control now. Resume, input type equal to file, name equal to resume. Okay, now let me run this program. Okay, see here, there is a button which shows choose file. I will click on this button. So you will have different dialog box. A dialog box will appear to open the file. So you can just go and choose any file and click open. So that file gets uploaded here. Okay, see here, CSS presentation. Okay, so like that you can create the file control and you can upload a file through that. Okay, the next control we are going to see is hidden input. Okay, so this is also just like a text box, but this text box will not appear on the web page. Okay, so there is a text box but it will not be visible to the user. You can put some sensitive information inside the text box and you can use it on the server side for processing. Okay, for example, you might have heard about cookies. Okay, all the cookies informations will be maintained through this hidden control only. Okay, so now I am going to create this control, but this text box will not appear. It may be used on the server side. Okay, the information you can store and retrieve the information from this control from the server side. Okay, now let's create this hidden box. So I have created hidden, input type equal to hidden, name equal to user ID and value equal to 1 2 3. So you can give any name and value, depends upon your purpose. Okay, now I will run this program. See here, the hidden text is available, but there is a text box created here. It will not be visible to the user. Okay, there is a text box created and there is some value stored inside the text box. It will not be visible. Only the person who created this will be able to access the information. Okay, so that is the purpose of hidden control. Okay, so the next control we have is number input. Okay, so through this input we are trying to give the inputs as a number. Okay, so here you can mention the range also. Okay, for example, when you look at this control, input type equal to number, so that is the control name. Minimum I can mention and maximum I can mention. So what will happen, if the user is trying to enter out of this range, you will get a message. For example, if I enter more than 10, if I am going to enter 20, you will get a information like you should enter only less than 10, something like that. That kind of information you will get it. Okay, so that you can understand, so you have to enter only less than 10, something like that. Okay, now let's see how to create this. So number, input type equal to number and minimum 1 and maximum 10 I have given. Okay, let me run this program now. Okay, see here, number, and there is a number box created now. Either you can increment like this, increment, decrement. See, one, it will not be decremented less than 1, and similarly it will not be incremented more than 10. Okay, for example, if I am entering 20 here, see, value must be less than or equal to 10. If I enter 0, see here, value must be greater than or equal to 1. So like this it will give you the message immediately, so that you can enter correct values. Okay, so that is the purpose of number input. Okay, so next one we have is range input. Here I can create, instead of typing the numbers, I can create something kind of a slider control. Through that slider I can move the slider between 0 and 100. So according to this control whatever mentioned here, minimum is 0 and maximum is 100. Okay, input type equal to, you will have to mention range. Okay, so I can get a slider bar where I can have some arrow kind of thing. Okay, I can move this slider here, this side or this side. So this side will be 0 and this side will be 100. Okay, I can select any one value between 0 and 100. Okay, so let's see how to do this. So this is my slider control. So when I run this, so you will get it like this slider. So if I choose like this, it is 0. If I put it like this, it is 100. Okay, so if I choose something here, it is like 50. Okay, so through this you can give the input to the server. Okay, so the next control we have is date. Okay, so date input, for example, you might have seen in some of the websites, there is a control. When you click on the date control, what will happen? A calendar will appear, a month calendar will appear, current month calendar will appear. Through that you can select the date from any year to any year. Okay, you can select any date. Okay, the calendar control will appear. You can select any date, whatever you want. Okay, so for that the syntax is very simple. Input type equal to date, that's it. Okay, so when you click on the button, a calendar will come. You can choose any date, whatever you want. Okay, so let me do this. So just give date. So I am creating a date now. See here, this is the date control actually, this box. Okay, so when I click this box, a calendar will appear. So that through this you can go for any year, any month, whatever you want. Okay, you can select any month, any date, everything you can do. Okay, and the next control is color picker. Okay, so here you can create a button. When I click on the button, a color palette will appear. Okay, so in the color palette you can choose whatever the color you want. Okay, so the syntax goes like this: input type equal to color, name equal to, you give your own name, favorite color, or color palette, something like any color, any name you can give it for that. Okay, you can pick a color from that color control. Okay, so let me do this now. So this is my last control. So I am creating now. Okay, so let me run this. Okay. See here, color, I have a small button which has black color. When I click this button, a color palette will appear. Okay, so I can choose any color from this. I can change here also any color. Okay, and I can select any color from this and enter. Okay, so you can choose this color and then you can give it as an input to the server, so that the server will process the information. Okay, now with this we already saw how to create reset button and submit button. Okay, now after giving all these informations in all the boxes like mail, hobbies, India, and then I am uploading some file here, then number, then through the slider, then some date, then some color. Okay, so after giving all this information, I can submit through the submit button. It goes to the server. Okay, and it will give you the reply, and when I press the reset button, everything goes off. Okay, so this is about different controls in HTML form. Okay, so that's all about controls in HTML form. As I already told you, all these controls should be available inside the HTML form. Okay, you can see from this coding. See, at the end I am closing this HTML form. Okay, and then which is available in the body section. Okay, so before all these controls, I have opened the form tag. Okay, after opening the form tag only you have to write all the controls, and after giving the submit button you can close your form tag. Okay, then only the given information in the control will be sent to the server, and then it will process the information. Okay, so this is how I can create different controls in the using HTML forms. Okay, so this is about session 2 on web development, and in the next session we are going to look at different types of style sheets. Okay, we'll look at CSS. Okay, thank you for watching.